In a warehouse outside of Damascus, Syrian fighters find what remains of one of the most important resources for the former Assad government. It's not weapons or intelligence, it's these drugs. Thousands of Captagon pills. Similar to amphetamines, the drug is banned in most countries because of how addictive it can be.
This is how they wrap them and send them to countries abroad. These drugs, they're sending them to Saudi Arabia, to the entire Gulf. This is how they're loading trucks with them.
Since the civil war began in 2011, millions of the pills produced under the Assad regime have been shipped to neighbouring countries, accounting for 80% of the world's production. Despite massive busts, sometimes recovering several tons of the drug, the trade has fueled addiction in countries like Iraq, Jordan and Saudi Arabia. The drugs were a vital source of cash for the heavily sanctioned government.
These individuals and these key elements of the Syrian regime were really able to use these revenues to ensure that their lifestyles continued, that they remained comfortable despite international sanctions and a collapsed economy in Syria.
And the trade served as a tool for Assad's government to pressure regional rivals.
As it continued to have these maximalist demands for normalization and rapprochement, it really tried to use it as a negotiation tool to essentially walk to the negotiation table and tell its regional neighbors and say, look, we can start to cut down on this illicit trade if you give us something else in exchange.
The proliferation of Captagon through the Middle East is just one of the enduring impacts of Syria's civil war. Now, Syria's new administration has promised to purify the country of the drug and shed its reputation as a narco-state. Ferdia, Carr, Al Jazeera.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.